This is a demonstration of bent leader angle setter and add-in for SolidWorks. This application is a formatting tool for annotations using bent leaders. I find it most useful for setting the leaders of bomb balloons to similar angles. It sets the bent leader angle of any supported annotations to the entered angle in degrees. If I wish to set this annotation's angle to a particular value, simply right-click on the annotation and click Set Bent Leader Angle, enter the degrees you want, and then click Enter. If I would like to cancel an entry while I have the UI open, I simply hit the Escape key while it's focused. This application also supports annotations that are attached to magnetic lines. You can see here all these bomb balloons are attached to this magnetic line here. If an annotation is attached to a magnetic line, it will remain attached. The magnetic lines that you use should have their spacing properties set to free drag and not equal, as equal partially controls no placement on the line. If a magnetically attached annotation's newly computed position is located outside the magnetic line range, the annotation's leader angle won't be changed. For example, if I try and set the angle of this leader to 180 degrees, I'm going to get an error because the magnetic line does not extend down far enough for the angle to be applied. Any annotations that aren't attached to magnetic lines will be set to the closest appropriate position while conserving leader length. So if I set this to 70 degrees, for instance, you can see how the leader length has remained constant. To ensure proper placement, we really should have the leader left or leader right option set. As you can see on that last one, I had a leader nearest set, and you can see how the effect really wasn't what I wanted. I really wanted it on that side. So we should really have one of these set to ensure that the angle is what you want. Single and multiple selection is supported. I can select multiple annotations at once without needing to deselect other objects in the drawing. So if I want to set all of these annotations to a similar angle, say 120 degrees, they will all be set immediately. You won't need to go through and select them one at a time or avoid other objects that aren't annotations. This application only supports annotations that have one leader. If you want to have multiple leaders on an annotation and still use the tool, you can run the tool first and then add additional leaders. So if I want to set this to 90 degrees, for instance, and I want another leader after this, you can always add another one yourself. When using this application with magnetically attached annotations, you may see an increase in placement errors. These errors aren't noticeable unless the angle is near 90 or 180 degrees, and this seems to be a problem with SolidWorks and not the application. I've noticed that if a magnetically attached annotation moves, then the others will occasionally move as well. And to counter this, I found that using the application on a single selected annotation that's attached can reduce the error, or repeatedly applying the command, the set bent leader angle command, to a single annotation. This application supports the following annotations: notes, which includes bomb balloons, surface finish symbols, datum targets, and global dimensioning and tolerance symbols. So that concludes the demo. For installation, when you download the compressed zip archive from the website, place it in an appropriate folder. I've placed it in my software folder under my documents. Right-click, and extract all. I'm just going to extract them into the same parent folder here. See, we have our license in here as well as the installer. So just double click on the installer. Look at this message popping up since I do not have a publisher registered. This is fine as long as you download the installer from draftingextensions.com and not another site. Just click run anyway and follow the on-screen instructions. I'm not going to run it since I already have it installed. Okay, that concludes the demo and installation. Thanks for watching.